It's Judy on the radio, building dreams and achieving more, telling it just like it is. Most of all, keeping it real. Are you ready for real talk? Changing lives and communities. Real talk. Saving all our families. Real talk. Bringing hope for you and me. Real talk. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.
Well, good morning. Thank you for tuning to another Real Talk with Judy live radio show. Y'all caught me drinking water, and I kind of went down the wrong pipe there. Anything liable to happen, right? So I want to thank you all so very much for tuning in with me again for another hour of this Power Pack show. Thank you so very much. And we're getting ready to get started here. Get ready to get started here. I'm making this thing work, y'all. I am. Do y'all know I almost been on the radio now for almost, let me see, 2015? It would be 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. And guess who? My Dot D has been my advisor, trusted advisor in production, and all of those good things. Priscilla has been here 10 years, and many of you have been here 10 years as well. And I want to thank you all so very much. We're gonna have a good show when I celebrate that. It's gonna be a real good show. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for tuning in to the only station, I often say this, that's here to remind you that you are your own hero. So thank you for giving me 1 hour to empower you, to inspire you, motivate you, and to make an indelible impact upon your life and to increase your faith in God and your faith in what God has put on the inside of you. So everything you want to accomplish is possible if you only believe. I can only believe all things are possible to him that believe. And then God make it possible for you to do all things through Christ, through his son Jesus, our Savior, our big brother. He make it possible that you can do all things through him. Isn't that awesome? That is awesome. Now to him who's able, he would do exceedingly abundantly above all you can ask or think, according to the power that worketh in you. So there's a power, if you're in God, and there's a power that work in you, but you got to see it before you see it, or you never will see it. And can I help you? One of the things about that too, that's not what we're talking about today, but that just came to my mind, that one of the things about that statement is that it keeps you going. It motivates you. It makes you understand in Habakkuk where he said the right division. That's what it is. You got to see it before you see it. So you write the vision, you make it plain. So those who read it can run with it. Bishop Alvin Stewart says they can fund it, but they got to see it. They don't want to just hear it from the top of your head. You got to write it down. You got to see it. And it also keep you going. It keep you going. Okay, so I am Dr. Judy, the host of this amazing show. And again, I want to thank you so very much for tuning in with me on this beautiful, beautiful day. I want to thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you being here with me. Go ahead and share this. Go ahead and share it. Get people on. And some will go back and listen to it later. I am always touching. I want to say to everybody, I don't remember everybody's name. I am so sorry about that. Tony Knox. I just saw Tony yesterday. Tony, thank you so very much for listening, my brother. Miss Elmira, thank you for this. I'm trying to remember these people's names who, when I see on the street, I need to keep me a pad. So I can just thank you all so very much for everything. I want to greatly appreciate you. And to all of you, just thank you for joining me on this Real Talk with Judy live radio show. I greatly appreciate you so very much. Um, and so if you're on by radio, Facebook Live, YouTube, the radio app, however you're on, share it, however you can share this. But I do want to say I'm thankful that you chose to be with me again today. So please do me a favor. Text, call, tag. Make sure you tag someone, and go ahead and contact us, man, so they can get on the show with us today. Today's show, every show is designed with you in mind. But today show is especially special to me because this is really my heart. Everybody matters. This is really my heart. We've had people who've come say they heard me talk on the radio and how it blessed them, how they became a better person, how they start seeing other people differently. That's what this is about. I want to make a indelible impression upon your mind, upon your heart. It matters. Today we're going to talk about everybody matters, but it matters how we treat people. It matters how we talk to people. It matters. Some people think because you're the boss or you're the CEO or you're the lead that you can talk to people any kind of way you want to. You cannot. I mean, you can, but it don't get you far, we're going to get into that because it is important. It is very important how you talk to people. It's important how you make people feel. Some people try to scare you into doing things because they think, oh, let me tell you something. If you don't do this, this is going to happen. Hit it with your best shot. That doesn't move me, and I hope it doesn't move too many people. Don't be bullied into doing something. You call that abuse, and we don't want abuse, right? We want to love people and be gentle and kind to people. Jesus could have many times just slapped people upside their head. Well, don't succumb to people bullying you. Don't allow people to bully you. Don't allow people to try to make you a friend and then have you. No, everybody matters. Everybody matters. Everybody matters. And I have a thing that I've been saying for years. For years. I think Bishop Dupree Cook hooked me onto this over 30 years ago. I was doing good before you came, and I'll be doing good after you leave. Before I knew you, I was doing good. And if I don't ever know you again, I still do good. And that's the concept you have to have in your life, in your mindset, that I was doing good before you, and I'm probably doing better after you. And so we have to look at that, right? My thing is just don't be forced or held captive by people at all. Everybody matters. Everybody. God does not give the pastor, the prophet, the bishop more anything than he gives a person without a title. And then y'all know we named all these titles, but God don't do that. And in a great company don't do that either. And so my heart desire is that we can really love people, respect people, and just treat people right. And so that's what I'm going to get into today. To my awesome husband, Superintendent Gerald Mandrell, senior pastor of Life Changers, one of the greatest men I know, and the only best man for me as my husband, 44 years. And I celebrate that because we put a lot of work into our marriage. We put a lot of work into our marriage. So I celebrate him. I celebrate us. And I thank God for putting us together and for us taking this and making it work. So I love you, sweetheart. We're going on year 45. We're going on year 45. And I thank God for Priscilla. Good morning, Carolyn. That's my sister, my daughter. But that's my sister, my daughter. We were trying to explain that to somebody yesterday. but my sister, my daughter from Louisiana now. But we had a good time at the AKA Life You Brown party, what it was. Man, it was just a good atmosphere, good atmosphere. Sister Shakayla Bard and friends, man, they rocked that thing. They rocked that thing. It was good. It was real good. A very good atmosphere. Man, let me tell you this: the AC Hotel out there, that they got some collard greens and cornbread. I don't know if that was a special menu, but they got the collard green. They got somebody got to be country in there. They got the collard green. Then they got the cornbread sitting on top of the collard green. So no matter what it looked like, you could mix those greens together. I didn't see anybody eating with their hand though. I didn't see eating that. That's good. That's good. Now when you put that collard greens on there, cornbread in there, and mix it up, they did it for us. Mix it up. Oh my God, that was a good collard green. And that cheesecake. Oh, all right. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on. Okay, so but again, thank you, Priscilla. Thank you for all of your marketing, production, everything. Thank you so very much. Every single flyer, y'all, that has been produced. Well, I say 99% of them, 99.99%, if not all of them, have been produced by Priscilla. Priscilla, I want to thank you for an excellent job in helping me do what I do. Y'all, before I get into this, I want to offer a prayer for the people in Jamaica and Cuba and the Bahamas and those in that area. Some lives have already been um, lost. I think my last check was 7. That was the last I heard. 7. Some structures have already been damaged. The water's coming in. They're expecting it to hit in around about 2 o'clock. And they said that this would be the worst hurricane that has directly hit Jamaica in years. And this would be the worst hurricane on record, if I have it correct, since 1935. So, y'all, let's pray. Father, we thank you now. We trust you. We trust you. Jesus, you spoke to the sea and you told it to peace be still. We ask and we believe and we use the authority that you have given to us and we speak to the waters in the Atlantic Ocean, and we say peace be still. Father, touch the heart and the mind of the people in Jamaica and Cuba, um, and Bahamas, and all of the places that will be affected. But we are looking for a miracle. We really are. We know that it's predicted the eye is coming right there. But God, you have all power in your hand. And you have given us authority to speak to mountains. You have given us authority that we too can change things. So, God, we pray now that you would change things. Amen. Okay, so today's episode is Everybody Matters. Everybody Matters. And that is the essence of my life. Everybody matters. So today I am going to unpack a business philosophy that is fundamentally rooted in genuine service, truly human leadership. And I'm getting my master's, and that's what it's all about, truly human leadership. I'm a social worker at heart. I'm a social worker at heart. And I thought about it, and I could have got my master's in social work, but I got it in this leadership principle. And this model is pioneered by Bob Chapman. He's the CEO of Barry Waymiller. And you know what? You know what, y'all? He traveled all over the world after he learned this principle of everybody matters. And so I've had, I think I'm on book number 12 in my master's class. And this is the book. I don't know if you can see that. Well, probably not. Anyway, the name of the book is Everybody Matters: The Extraordinary Power of Caring for Your People Like Family. It's by Bob Chapman. And I want to suggest to every leader, every person reading this, that you go get it. That you go get it. It's powerful. And don't forget to get Show Up For You. Show Up For You. Go get that book. That is a powerful book. But Bob's book, Everybody Matters, challenge leaders to recognize that they are not just managing resources. They are responsible for the precious lives entrusted to your care. So we believe that this philosophy aligns perfectly with the greatest ethical and spiritual mandate for leaders. And what that is to treat everybody the same. And you actually can. Okay, so I'm in the last phase in receiving my master's of science and leadership. And one principle which has been driven in my master's journey is everybody matters. John Maxwell stated in the Principles of Leadership that you don't want people just leading you or following you because of your position. That they're following you because you are the president, or they're following you because you are the CEO. That you don't want that type of leadership. You don't want people following you because you have scared people or you walk around with this big stick. No, man, that's not how you do it. You don't want people. John Maxwell said that's one of the worst form of leadership. I was talking with some friends of mine who happen to be Republican, and I don't fight about Republican and Democrat because we have a choice of what we want to be, right? Republican, Democrat, Independent. I think they're trying to start a new party because it's just all messed up. People have lost the fundamental respect and love for people. But I've talked with some people who are Republican and who are Democrat who stated the reason why they serve in those they are part of those different parties is because it's not who's in leadership, that they true to the party. It doesn't matter who's in leadership, doesn't matter what they're doing, but they serve the party. They are committed to the party. Well, that's not what you want either. I'm like this. I want a leader who care about me. I want a leader who care about me, who cares about the things that matters to me. Just like they care about their family, I want them to care about me. You understand what I'm saying? Because there are some things you're not going to do, and I'm going to give us 15 principles of leadership principles that I've gotten from my class as far as everybody matters. But you want people to treat you with respect. I don't want to serve a leader who think that they can bully me and tell me what to do or what not to do. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna have anybody to come into our house, my husband and I, and say, Judy, Gerald, this is what y'all have to do. No, we don't have to do that. No, not have to. And so what I want to do today is I want to help every leader. Y'all, we're living in some hard time. We're living in some hard time. And I was speaking with a CEO of a Fortune 500 company who told me that they listened to my show. And I thought that was commendable. Number one, I thought it was honorable that they would listen. And they said because I helped them look at leading the people that have given them the opportunity to lead in a real heartfelt, simplistic way. And I told her that's what it's all about. Bob Chapman started this. He said he was his daughter, I believe, was getting married. And as they were walking down the aisle, the preacher said, who give this woman to be wed? Who give her away? And he said at that moment, he realized that he and his wife was putting his daughter's life into the hand of another man who he had to trust to care for her, to love her. He said, but then he thought about it, that he have people who work for him 8, 10, 14, 16 hours a day, and that they have entrusted their lives in his company hand for that amount of time. And he needed to be careful how he treated them because they trusted him. I know some leaders probably say, I'm not doing that, but that's the way it is. If you make people want to, you give people a desire to want to work for you more. And some people don't understand that because, this is my company, da da da. So they're gonna be this big bad boogeyman, this big bad wolf. You can huff, you can puff, but you can't blow the man, the little pig who beat built his house with bricks, the one who did straw and hay. Y'all, we got to learn to value and love people for people. They may work for you. They may be your janitor. They may be the parking lot attendant. I like those valet parkers. Man, those boys and girls, those young men and women be running. They be running to get your car. Boy, they run to get your car. And yes, they're doing it as a job, but do you know how some have already taken on that and bought the company? But we treat them all with respect. So I want to give you 15 vital principles that underpin this model. And Bob Chapman is truly human leadership. And that's my master is going to be Masters of Science in Leadership. And what that is I've gone through all of the introduction principles of all the different types of leadership. And I'm learning even the more how to practice people, leading people. And there are so many people in position in leadership that they should not be in leadership. They don't know how to lead. They really don't. They're concerned about them. And then they do this little stuff. And if you talk about you're trying to be arrogant in this, but if they talk about themselves, then it's okay. No, y'all. That's no. It's truly human leadership philosophy. Jesus was a truly human leader. Jesus cared about the people. Jesus cared about the people who followed him. So much so he set them down and fed them. 4,000, 5,000. He set them down and fed them. He stopped and healed them. Why? Because he cared about people. And people who put organization before the people do not sincerely care about the people. You care about the people, nothing you have will go down. You care about the people, even if you have to revamp, even if you have to get other people, right? Because God wants the glory. God wants the glory of everything, but He wants leaders in place that care about the people. Some people don't even know how to pastor because they think it's them. It's not. Ministry is not built on a man or woman. It's not. And you shouldn't want it to be. Every pastor should be building so if something happened to them right now, they have people in place who can take over because you didn't build the ministry around you. The vision God has given to you should be so much larger than you. But then you have to put the right people. If they ain't serving now, they shouldn't be the leader next. That's something totally different. So Bob Chapman, truly human leadership philosophy is built on shifting the fundamental purpose of business from transactional profit to the stewardship of human potential. Y'all, we're living in a world that's full of hatred. And it's not just in politics, it's in the church. It's just hateful. It's just hateful. The me mentality. That is not what this is about. And I've seen it. And it is disturbing, but it's also disturbing to God. The Lord gave to me a while ago that God wants His seat back in the church. His seat is missing out of some churches because it is man driven. That's not what He wants. People don't care how much you know. Isn't that what we heard? Until they know how much you care. So I'm going to give you 15 principles of truly human leadership. And you all could write this down now or later. If you come back, write it down. Number one, leadership as stewardships of lives. One of the principles of truly human leadership, the leadership as stewardship of lives. This principle redefines the leader's role. It means recognizing, and this is what I was just saying, that you are not simply managing resources, inventory, or financial assets. You are responsible for the precious lives, the children, parents, and spouses who entrust their waking hours and well-being to your organization. Okay, so the people who work with you, when we have this mentality that Oh, they working for me. Change it. They're working with you. They're helping you fulfill your dream. This stewardship requires operating with an acute sense of ethical responsibility. We have to treat people with respect and honor, not like no little hammer or screwdriver or wrench. And I beg to say, if you find people treating you like that, leave them alone. They do not value you. If it always got to be their way, they don't sit and listen. That's another principle I get to in a minute. They don't want to hear your side. They don't value you. Don't sit there and allow them to do that. Number two, the mandate of unconditional care. That's the family model, that mandate of unconditional care. Truly human leadership, that is the heart of the model. It advocates for treating team members with the same unconditional love and care demonstrated towards your own family. This means prioritizing their security, well-being, and growth, regardless of short-term business fluctuation. That means treat the people who work with you like you treat your family. You wouldn't want your family going through something. You wouldn't want your family doing something. So treat people who work with you like that. Treat them like you want people to treat your daughter and your baby. Treat them like that. Treat people with that kind of respect. Do you want that done? Because I want to tell you now, it's gonna come around. So do you want people to treat you or the employees who have given you the privilege to serve them with like you treat the people who serve you? If that what you want, because you're gonna want someone to have you don't know what tomorrow may bring. In school today, and do y'all not know that there are more people with degrees homeless than people without degrees? And that came up in a research. So you can't say, well, I got a degree, it's never gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen. Number three, the rejection of transactional respect. Transactional respect is conditional. I respect you if you perform well, or I respect your title. Truly human leadership rejects this, insisting that respect is an inherent right of every human being, regardless of their position or performance. This foundational respect unlocks employee engagement. They respect is respect. That's why back in the old days, in time that we grew up, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, yes sir. And can I tell you, it gets you places today other than what, huh? I mean, just thank you, just a thank you. You know, they got Pastors Appreciation Month. Some of these pastors, they serve, they're there for you. Have you called and told them thank you? Have you called and told them thank you for just being there for my family? Bearing your uncle who didn't come to church, bearing your cousin, just being there, listening. You know, respect. Respect. I got some people, and I'm like, I don't say they don't deserve the respect, because if you're a human being, you deserve respect. Can I help you, adults? Our children deserve our respect. Children deserve your respect. The Bible said, parents or father, provoke not your children to wrath. So there are sometimes, parents, you can make your children evil. You can make them mad by being disrespectful to them as well. Yeah. Success measured by lives touched. Financial metrics are important, but they become the byproduct, not the goal. The true measure of success is the human return on investment, the HROI, the human return on investment. How many lives are positively impacted? How many people feel value? Whether the company is helping people realize their full potential. How many people who work with you, how many people you serve feel value, feel like they matter, feel like their input matter? Or are you gonna, yeah, can I help you with another poor leadership practice? And I'm so glad, man. I love Grand Canyon University. I'm telling you, I have had some great experience there, in interacting with the instructors. When my mom passed, as I told you, the president of Grand Canyon University sent a condolences to me, even gave me the opportunity to take as much time as I needed to get over. But I ain't want to stop, y'all, because I'm done in January, so I ain't want to stop. But do you, and what did that show me? That university cared for me as a human being, not just not, it matters. I'm a student. I paid to go there, but they valued me enough to call to send condolences to me when my mom passed. When my mom was sick, and I told my instructor, she informed my counselors, and they in return sent their condolences. What does that make? Do y'all hear how I talk about GCU? That's Grand Canyon University. It's because that's what they did. And when you treat people like that, they talk about you. They also talk about you when you treat them inhuman or unhumane. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. You got to realize, if a company is going bankrupt, the greatest asset is, and y'all, if y'all get this book, I think it's this book. I got 12 books, but I think it's this one. And when the company was going under, when the company was about to fall, it had already been 4 years with a financial loss. They didn't lay off anybody. And Bob Chapman said it was because they had learned the value of the people who serve them. Do y'all not know what they did? They took the people, they rotated hours, and they kept the people, they shortened the hours, but they rotated the hours, and the people working needed a vacation. They just got with the other people. No one was laid off, but they lost a lot of money. But because they kept the people who were there and showed value in the people, no one left to go find another job. No one left to go find another job because they valued the people. They valued the people. They cared about the people. Do you understand that? And when people feel valued, when they feel that you care, when they feel that you can take the time to be there, and it's not just always about you. You don't show up to anybody anniversary unless they got to pay you to go. Why don't you just show up to people that work with you birthday party? Send them a card, a handwritten card, and say, I appreciate you. How many of you do that? If you don't, just do it. It's people need to hear that, because everybody matters, not just to the people above you or the people on your level or the people that serve with you. No, everybody got to know that they matter to you. Even the janitor, even the janitor. If the janitor didn't do their part, we would have some dirty bathrooms, wash places, the floors, everything would be just filthy. Because y'all know what? Some of the leaders were going into, I went into an office of this, not here in Tallahassee, of a prominent leader. I asked to use their restroom. The trash can was full. And when they came out of the restroom, later on, I went in, and you know what they told me? Oh, forgive me. I dropped some paper on the floor. But the janitor get it. I mean, I looked at them like, you couldn't reach your leadership president hands down and pick the toilet paper up, really, or the napkin or whatever it was, really. There's nothing beneath any of us, and it's not just for your family. It's for everybody. We got to do it for everybody. We got to do it. We got to do it for everybody. And everybody should be helping people, helping the companies recognize their full potential. One of the reasons why I really like my like my presiding bishop, Bishop J. Drew Shear, was because I've seen him as superintendent, bishop on the board, and then presiding bishop. But serving with him in our youth department, he gave us this feeling that he cared about how we felt and how that's most important to me. I really don't care if you the CEO, all of that. And I take pictures with everybody, not just the CEO. I'm not just running behind the CEO. No, I take pictures with everybody. Everybody. You can be sweeping the. I've taken people, even in my community, or the people, those men from the city who come to do our water meter, and the one who had come to what were they fixing? My husband was sitting here. He had tell me the one who came to do something in our community. I took a picture with them because those men were working, man. They were serving. I saw this lady driving one of the city trucks, and she was one of the best drivers, man. She could back that thing up, and she did this. I said, man, I have a picture with you. She said, why? I said, because of the way you're driving and how you're maneuvering that truck. I said, you are good. And she started smiling. She smiled. And she said, what's your name? I said, Judy Mandrell. She said, you Dr. Mandrell? I said, yeah, let's not do that. Today, this moment's about you. This is your moment with me. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this moment. And what an honor it is to have you in my neighborhood. Wow. I said, this is good. And I took a picture because that moment wasn't about me. It was about me celebrating her because she matters. She was excited because she was talking to Judy Mandrell. I was excited because I was talking to her. And I made her realize how important she was, just however important she thought I was. That's how important I made her feel. Why? Because she is important. She is. Number 5, addressing the problem of fear, waste, and silence. There are true enemies of business. And when people feel like tools, lacking dignity, they operate in fear, which leads to silence, hiding problems and ideals, and immense waste, disengagement. The leader's job is to eradicate fear, to unlock contribution. That's our job. We have to take away this fear. A person who works with you should not feel intimidated or afraid to tell you the truth, or afraid to tell you how they feel, or if they disagree with you, they shouldn't be afraid to do that. And a good leader do not make people feel like that. Not a good leader. A good leader want to know, okay, you disagree with me, and we have put that into the people who serve with us at Life Changers. Voice, you may disagree, and it is okay, and you may have a better insight on this. Some of the people at Life Changers, what they do in the secular world, man, is powerful. And we ask them to bring those ideas, bring them to us. We just because you're the leader don't mean that you have all the answers. And it's a poor leader who tried to stifle the people who serve with them voice. No, you don't have that right. You don't have that right. You have the right to lead, but you don't have a right to tell people to be quiet and don't do this and don't. No, not in their personal life. As a good leader, you want to eradicate the fear, to unlock their contribution. And that's how we practice to lead at Life Changers, at Dream Builders. We want the people, since I've written my book, Life Changers have 4 or 5 other authors. And we got more coming. Why? Leader, you should be setting a trail for them to come. And don't just pick people who agree with you. You need to have people who don't agree with you. They don't make y'all enemies. We just see a different perspective. And it is okay. You can't always be concerned about you. Okay, I'm almost finished. Oh, okay, I got a few minutes. Number 6, zero compromise on human dignity. The no layoff principle. That's what I was just talking about. This principle is the ultimate test of value. It means that the leader would never knowingly compromise a single life for the sake of the bottom line. This required courage and commitment, ensuring that business strategy serves human dignity, not the other way around. If there's any way possible, excuse me, you got to let people know that they matter more to you than the money that coming in. Dream Builders is revamping our daycare, you know, and we're working with the ones who there, and we're telling them this is how we're gonna do it. But we're making these hours work. You know? Justice, number 7, justice and equity in shared sacrifices. When crisis inevitably hit, this principle dictates that the burden must be shared equitably across all levels of the organization. The CEO taking the same furlough as the shop floor employee. The CEO taking the same shop floor. This act of shared sacrifice builds powerful trust and integrity. That's what I agree with that, and this is what I think. This is my own personal opinion. So we in a what, some $1 trillion of deficit in the United States. People are being laid off. The food program. What commissioner or they don't have state representative, the legislator will say, "I'm not. I don't want my money. I know that you got money saved. Why not sacrifice some of sacrifice some of your pay to help the bottom to help the people? So you're making $1 million some dollars. You're doing all this stuff. You all this money going here, all this money. What about the people who don't have? What can you not take? Why don't you not take a salary? I know you got money saved up because the rich getting richer. So I know there's money saved up. Those senators and representatives, your health care paid for. So why not help the bottom? Why not help the people? That, and I guess that's that's my thought. That's why I haven't run for commissioner. I mean, because it has to be so hard about the people, and I know I would be disagreeing with some real hard because it has to be about the people. Sit down and listen to the people. Have community, and even those in the White House and those people that we have voted for to lead us in Washington. It really has to be about the people. It really does. We really have to care about the people. We really do. And it can't be comments made, I don't care what's going to happen, what I'm not going to do. It can't be comments like that. Because what it says to me personally, you really don't care anything about the people. You really don't. Jasmine Crockett and what's the lady name? Lily, I think that's her name. We can't fire people. I mean, you can, and it's happening, but that's not good leadership. You can't just get rid of people because they disagree with you. You ain't always right as the leader. And when you allow people to know that, that was a bad mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I didn't think that through. What does it do to say, let's come to the table. Let's think about that. I didn't look at that like that. I didn't see that. Please forgive me. I just acted irrationally because I saw it from this perspective. But can we sit down and talk? I am big on talking. I love getting the understanding. I really do. I want to get an understanding. The power of listening, caring conversations. True listening is the most powerful act of service. It goes beyond simply hearing words. It's using caring conversation to actively seek out what is preventing a person from realizing their potential. This makes employees feel genuinely seen and valued. They need to know that they're seen. I had a lady say, I don't see no colors. I don't see black and white. I say, so what you're saying to me is I'm invisible to you? I'm invisible to you? Is that what you're saying? No, no, no. But then you do see colors. And seeing colors ain't wrong. It's when we allow these colors to affect our decision based on these colors. Removing a systemic barrier, continuing improvement for people. Instead of using efficiency to cut jobs, total human leadership using it to remove frustration and systemic waste that inhibits a person's ability to contribute, thereby freeing their time for meaningful work. Number 10, the necessity of humility and self correction. A leader must cultivate the humility and self awareness to recognize their own potential blind spot and flaw. Can I help you? A leader gain more respect when people know, hey, I mess up sometimes. I'm sorry, I didn't do that right. Please forgive me. I should have handled that differently. That makes for a good leader. And it prevents biases from corrupting ethical decision maker. Accountability as an act of love and care. Caring for the whole organization sometimes requires difficult choices. Accountable to their best self. It protects the integrity of the culture for the majority who are committed to living these values. The ripple effect of fulfillment, better citizen. When people are sent home, feeling valued and fulfilled, that positivity doesn't stop at the factory gate. They become better spouses, better parents, better community members. The organization ethical leadership thus create a positive ripple effect that improves society, creating long-term shared value. The ultimate business outcome of truly human leadership is the creation of value that is sustainable, ethical, and shared by all stakeholders. The stakeholders are the employees, the customers, the community, and shareholders. This is the enduring profit that results from the focus on people. The synthesis, character over competence. This is the core standard for selection. While competence, what a person can do, is necessary, character, who a person is non-negotiable. The leader's moral compass and integrity must always be prioritized, over their technical brilliance. Here it is, number 15, leadership as a lifelong evolving servant. Leadership is not a title. Leadership is not a title. And so many people want titles. They think that's important. There's a lot of people with titles, and this is Judy's perspective, and I'm sure you all have the same thing. But there's a lot of people with titles I do not respect. They do an injustice to their title. I do not respect them. There are some that I've lost all respect for, that I had respect for, but I no longer do. Not as a leader or a person. I don't have it. They have proven that they care nothing about people. It's all about them. But leadership is not a title. It is an ongoing commitment to service. It requires lifelong learning and continuous adaptation. The role is to be a steward who constantly evolves the methods to ensure the influence remain enduring, ethical, and being highly impactful. I want to leave you with this story. As I prepare to close this. And this is the story of the leader who went back. He recognized that his team members are precious lives rather than indispensable and expendable resources. So this is a classical military parable, often told to highlight the profound difference between a manager who follows order and a leader who follows a moral mandate. The narrative, the common version of the story, involves a platoon commander or sergeant leading his men under heavy fire. They are forced to retreat. And many of you probably have heard this story before. I keep it in the front of one of my Bibles. They are forced to retreat, leaving several seriously wounded soldiers behind. The commanding officer gives a direct order to withdraw, stating that the wounded men are a liability and cannot be retrieved without risking the lives of the rest of the unit. The leader pauses, faces his superior, and says some variation of this. He says, "Sir, I refuse to leave my men behind." He disobeyed the direct order, rallied a small team, and returned into the active fire zone to recover every wounded soldier, often carrying them out himself. The story aligns directly with the central philosophy of Everybody Matters: zero compromise on human dignity. That's principle number 6. The leader sacrifices tactical compliance for the ethical mandate of protecting every single life. The principle is that no human life is an acceptable casualty for the sake of an easier retreat or a slightly better bottom line. Unconditional care, that's principle number 2. It shows that the bond is one of unconditional care. The wounded soldier could offer nothing more to the mission, yet their lives remain the leader's highest priority. This act of courageous service becomes the foundation of the unit's or company's culture, guaranteed that the loyalty and commitment of the recovered soldier and the rest of the team are absolute. So that's what it's all about, y'all. That's what this show is all. I want you to understand that everybody matters. Everybody, as much as the janitor, even the janitor. Okay, so and it says the janitor, uh, treat the janitor the same way you would the COO. Oh, and let me tell you this. So Bob Chapman in his book, and I'm closing, in his book, Everybody Matters, he said that he the CEO and the upper people had parking spaces reserved for them, but they were never there on time. So he had a meeting with all of the team, and he said everybody matters. But he had already made them feel comfortable that they can voice their opinion. And this is what he said in the meeting. One of the women got up and said, "If everybody matters, why don't we have parking spaces?" And she said, "Mr. Chapman, from you on down to your leadership, y'all always come in late. All these parking spaces are there, and sometimes we have to park way down the way." And you know what he did? He took away all the parking spaces. And whoever got there first, that's who got the parking spaces. What did that show to the team? Everybody matters. And that's what I want to leave you with today, that everybody matters. Everybody matters. I treat this janitor just like I treat the CEO. I am a CEO. My husband at Life Changers, they're going to take care of the pastors, pastor wife. They're going to take care of them. But we ask the members to take care of each other as well. Be there for each other. People wonder why we always show up. We've been teaching this principle, and a lot of the people who have left Life Changers and gone on and start other ministry, they do the exact same thing in their ministry. Why? Because they understand that it matters how you make people feel. It matters how you treat people. It don't hurt. It add value. It doesn't hurt. The story in the Bible when the man was beat up, the person was robbed and beat up. The Samaritan came by. All the upper leadership, they left from there. They left from there. But the man picked him up, took his wound, took him to the hotel and said, "Whatever his bill is, send it to me." That's what we need in this world. We need love. We need everybody to know that they matter. I don't care who you are. Everybody matters. And I am not going to stand and salute man and not stand and salute everybody. Everybody. Everybody matters. The man who changed the oil or the lady. The waitress who bring you the server who bring you your food. The hotel people. Everybody matters. From the usher, the ones who take care of the lawns at the church, everybody matters. Everybody. Some people just want titles, so they have 100 people walking behind you. For what? Why? Why? Everybody matters. Every single person. So I want to thank y'all for joining me today. You can join me tonight at 7:30 for our Bible study. That's Life Changers. We're on Zoom. You can join us. Our prayer point, I think we're on 180 some, I believe. You can join us. Then we have Bible study. We have testimony service, all of that. All right. Then you can join us on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. You can join us on Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. for our Sunday morning service. And God is adding to Life Changers, sending people from out the country who happen to stop by Life Changers. And I love it because they say they're looking it up and studying and seeing what they see what's all on Facebook. They see what's on, and they say they want leaders. They want leaders who are authentic, who love people, and who ain't afraid to serve people. Yeah, and we let them know, hey, we ain't perfect ourselves. We mess up. We mess up. We ain't casting no stone. All right? And so we just love everybody. Y'all pray for us, and we'll pray for you. We want to be the people that God is calling for in these last evil days to serve. And if y'all want to know my heart, this is my heart. And those who know me know this ain't no show. This is for real. I love every single person. And my family often tease me because they say the rejects and all the people come to me. But they don't stay rejects forever. They turn into some wonderful people. I remember, and I'm going to end, and somebody went and told my pastor that I was hanging down in Frenchtown. And for those of you who are not from Tallahassee, Frenchtown is where it used to be. It's not that anymore. But it used to be where, I guess, some bars were. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. But it used to be where some bars was. And, they hung out drinking and doing this and doing that. But I was out there. I used to like to go out there. They told my pastor that I was out there hanging with people and I was drinking and going on. Well, number one, it was a lie. And that's what people need. They just take whatever. It was a lie because I don't drink. I was out there, but I don't drink. Some of the people bought me a Pepsi in a brown paper bag. Pepsi. So people who are narrow-minded think narrowly. Okay, they can't even understand better perspective because their mind's so narrow. But he called me in his office and said, I heard that you were down there. Why would you hang down there? I said, did you hear? I said, number one, I don't drink. That's number one. I said, number two, I brought 30 of those people to church today. Did they tell you that? And he looked at me. Yeah, right. About 30 of them. So, real talk, I'm out of here. I love y'all. Just remember, treat the janitors the same way you would treat the CEO. And treat everybody like you want everybody to treat your family. That's real talk.
Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio. Real talk with Judy. Real talk with Judy on the radio.